Hey guys, for today's video, I'm going to share with you guys how to do this pink smoky eye that also includes a matte cut crease. I don't know about you guys, but when I think about Valentine's makeup, I always think of a pink smoky eye, whether that is with like neon pink or burgundy or even pastel baby pink. That is definitely the color that comes to mind. And because of that, I really wanted to share with you guys my version of a Valentine's Day makeup. I'm definitely not somebody that really celebrates Valentine's Day. It's just not my thing. But I know a lot of you guys really enjoy it and you guys like to do really festive looks, so I thought I would do one for you guys. But yeah, so with that said, if you would like to see how I did this look, then stay tuned on watching. So the first palette I'm going to go into is my Karity matte palette, and I am going to go into this matte white shade called Caress and a little bit of Whisper right next to it. I'm kind of going this little back and forth motion with my Real Techniques medium shadow brush. And then with these two shades, I'm just lightly dusting it over my eyeshadow primer just to set it. I'm not really adding any pigmentation, I just kind of want to get rid of some of the tackiness of the primer. So the next shade I'm going to go into is this Colourpop It's My Pleasure palette. This one is called Kitten Fish, and I am going to go in with a Makeup of the Day Build and Blend brush. And oh my gosh, that is the longest sentence ever. And then with Kitten Fish, I'm adding it into my crease and blending it up towards my brow bone as a transitional shade. I'm just doing a really light dusting at first, and then I'm going to build up the color. So I just want like a little hint of this purple because we're going to be adding some pinks, but I don't want it to be like crazy purple either. And then with Kitten Fish, I'm also kind of using it to round out my outer V, just a little bit, just so everything kind of ties in together. So while I sit here blending on my eyeshadow, are you somebody that enjoys Valentine's Day, or do you see it like another day? Because personally for me, I just find it to be like a big retail holiday and one of those days where you just put a lot of expectation on your relationship. When I used to work retail, I used to have all of these people come in the day of Valentine's Day and they'd be like, I need a card, or my wife is gonna be mad, my boyfriend's gonna be mad, oh my gosh, I don't know what to get him or her. I have no idea, this is our first Valentine's Day, I've never celebrated Valentine's Day before. Or they'd be like, well, they are really picky, I don't know what to do, they're super picky on what they eat, and I just sit there like, I don't know how to help you. Because it's like, I don't have that kind of thing with my relationship. I've been with Mark for 3 years, so we don't really do holidays, because we've been together now for a while, so it's like, well, we're just not really into it. And for me personally, I'm not a holiday person at all because I used to work in retail, and holidays to me just mean stress and chaos, and I just don't want to deal with them normally. But I always felt so bad that these people were like, I need to do this, otherwise my relationship is going to fall and they're going to be mad at me. I don't know, like, are you somebody that is into Valentine's Day and really enjoys it? Do you like to buy gifts for other people and receive them, or do you like to make like your own gifts? That was always my thing. I always loved to make gifts. I'm a really like crafty person, and I like to make like little boxes or anything like that kind of thing, or like homemade cards. I'm really into that, but I would love to hear what you guys think as well. And I just want to throw this in here, I don't know if you guys are like this too, but I love homemade gifts from people. Like when I have to do like a gift exchange, or like when Mark and I have done it in the past, I always like homemade stuff. It's like my favorite. I don't care like how it looks, or like if somebody isn't into like artistic things or they aren't creative, like the fact that you took the time to just sit down and make me something, or you know, try to make me something at that, like I just love that. And even with people that I don't like hang out with anymore, like friends I had when I was in like 3rd grade or in high school and we're just not close, or I kind of like cut them off or they cut me off, I still have everything that they ever made me. I don't know why I'm like that, but I have like a little like bin of stuff and I always just kind of have it in there. But I just love to keep that kind of stuff because they took the time for it, and I don't know, I'm just kind of weird like that. So the next shade I'm going to go into is Scandal out of the Karity Smoky palette. This is a really nice bright neon pink, and I'm going to go in with a Luxie 227 blending brush. So before I apply the shadow, I'm just going to show you guys what I did, but I only packed the eyeshadow on one side of the brush. As you can see, it's kind of fat on one side and then it's kind of thinner on the other. So I didn't put any product on the other side of the brush, the other fat side. I only put it on one of the fat sides. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply this into my crease with the side that doesn't have any like product on it towards my lid, and then I'm going to apply the pink into the crease. I'm really focusing this color here, and then I'm also using it to kind of round out the outer V. Just because I really prefer a rounded look, but you definitely don't have to do that. By doing this method, you will prevent by putting the eyeshadow on the lid, which is where we do not want it right now, and you will only be applying the color into the crease, which is where we want the deepness. So it's kind of a little trick I do a lot of the time, especially with a really kind of harsh cut crease look, which we're going to be doing today. Another thing I like about this brush is that it makes it really easy to blend out the color after you apply it. So we applied it horizontal, and then now we are going to blend it out vertically with this brush. So I'm just going to buff out the edge just a little bit of this pink. So I'm going to go back into my Karity matte palette, and I'm going to go into this really neon pink called Lumbia, and I'm going to go in with a Makeup of the Day Come Through contour brush. And then with Lumbia, I am going to apply it directly into my crease for more added definition. I'm really focusing it only in the crease at that, because I don't want it to go up too far, because I still want that little pop of purple. I'm also using this to kind of go into my outer V as well. What's really nice about this brush is that it kind of has like a little slant to it, as you can see, and it really makes it easy to get into this outer V area. So you can just kind of like push it down and then kind of flick it out. And then to blend all these edges together, I'm just taking that Build and Blend brush again with no additional product, doing little circular motions around the edges just to blend everything together. I really like how neon this look is, but I do want to add a little bit more deepness to the look, so I am going to go into this Suva Beauty Hookah matte eyeshadow with a Morphe M507 brush. To make this shadow less intense, I am going to wipe off some of it on the back of my hand, which is something I normally do not do, but I do not want this eyeshadow to overpower the look since I still really want it neon. So with wiping off some of the shadow, I am now going to apply it into my crease ever so slightly. I just want a little bit of this color just to add a little bit more depth, but I don't want it to overpower the look. Because these really dark shades, they can get really dark really quick, and since we are doing a Valentine's look and I really love this neon pink, I don't want to ruin it. Now to blend Hookah into everything else, I am now going to go in with a little bit of Lumbia on this Sigma E35, and I'm just going right over the edge ever so slightly, just to make everything a little bit more seamless. I'm also using this to round out my outer V. And if you are like me and you added too much of Lumbia, I'm just going to go in with whatever is left on that Morphe M507 brush, which had the Hookah shade on it. I'm just adding a little bit more product, whatever is on the brush, because I don't really want to add too much more. So next I am going to cut my crease using the new Milani Conceal and Perfect Concealer in the shade Pure Ivory. That was a mouthful. And I am going to use my BH Cosmetics Flat Shader brush. Once the concealer of the cut crease is completely dry, I am going to go in with a little bit of Lumbia on that Come Through crease brush from Makeup of the Day. I am adding more additional product. I'm just going about a third of the way in. I don't want to go any farther in because we are going to be adding a matte baby pink, so I just really want to focus this in the outer third just to get rid of this really harsh line that we have. And then again, to help everything get kind of blended together in this outer third, I am taking a little bit more of Hookah on that Morphe M507 and just going around the edge just to get everything really seamless. So once you get Lumbia and Hookah blended together on the lid, I am now going to go into my single eyeshadow from Luxie. This one is in the shade Tart. It's kind of like a dusty pink. It's kind of about the same shade as my lid, kind of over in this area where the concealer is. And I am going to go in with a BH Cosmetics Flat Shader brush. When I am applying Tarte on top of this concealer, I am actually packing it on. I am not going side to side because I really want to make sure I'm keeping this line really harsh. Not to mention this really helps with getting the true pigmentation of this shadow. And to get rid of this harsh line of Lumbia to Tarte, what I'm doing is I'm going to take the brush and do a little zigzag motion down the two of them, right down the center. A little bit over what we had of Tarte and then a little bit over Lumbia. This should help them blend together. And if you accidentally go over it a little too far, just take a little bit more of Lumbia on a different brush, and then you can kind of fix it. So here is where I'm at right now with the look, and then off camera I am just going to apply the rest to my face. So here is where I'm at right now with the look, and then next I am going to do my inner corner highlight. I am going to go in with my Ofra Cosmetics Pillow Talk highlighter with a Luxie 217 pencil brush. And then with the damp brush, I'm just going to apply this really heavy in my inner corner and then underneath my little tear duct area. I really like doing this because it really opens up the eye, and I really love the effect it gives. And when you're doing this, you want to make sure that you don't have your lower mascara on yet, because otherwise it'll kind of get the little highlighter bits will kind of get in with your mascara. It'll make it look kind of weird in the inner corner area. So here is the finished look. I really love how this look turned out. I think it is super pretty and it is perfect for Valentine's Day. And if you are somebody that is looking to wear a pink smoky eye for Valentine's Day, I think this look would be perfect for you. Not to mention, I haven't done a like really bright neon pink smoky eye in a really long time, and I haven't done a matte cut crease in a long time either. Normally when I do a cut crease, I always put shimmer on the lid, and for today's look I thought I would do something a little bit different and keep everything really matte. When I was first getting into cut creases, I never did shimmer on the lid because I could never get them sharp enough, and then they kind of like made like the shimmer go in with the crease color, and it just didn't make it look like I was wearing a cut crease at all. And because of that, I always kept with things completely matte because I really wanted to see that like extra cut look. You know what I mean? Like when you wear a cut crease, you just want like that perfect crisp edge of the cut with the concealer, and every time I wear shimmer I would not get that. And somehow with trying new things and new products, I actually started to really love shimmer on my cut crease, like on the lid portion. And I completely forgot about like the matte kind of lid shade that I always went for, and I haven't done one because of that in a long time. So I thought it would be fun if we did one today. Not gonna lie though, I really love the look of an all matte cut crease smoky eye. Like, it is so pretty, and I just really love how it looks, especially when you add a shimmer in the inner corner. I think it just adds like that extra pop, and it just kind of adds like a textural thing too. I don't know, I'm really loving it. Like every time I look at myself in my viewfinder, I'm like, why haven't I been doing this more? In the comments down below, let me know what your thoughts are on this look, as well as let me know what you're doing for Valentine's Day. Whether you are going out with your friends, or your significant other, or you're going to be staying in and eating pizza and watching Netflix. I would love to hear what you guys are going to do. As always, I would really appreciate if you hit that subscribe button down below, and if you would like to follow me on Instagram, my Instagram account is @lethal_kitten. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and until next time.